can't be, man.
What?
You know what this is?
What is it, Buddha?
It's the Book of Life. In the beginning, when man arrived on Earth, the black gods did leave their spacecraft, and they walked, and they named the beasts of the sea and the animals of the land.
Heavens.
And man in his blackness did walk the earth, making medicine.
Medicine?
They discovered type. These were all black people got down. Wait a minute. There ain't nothing in here about whitey. This is ours, Jack. Wait till the brothers hear this.
Tuna.
I'm gonna get this book out of here, baby. This tells the real tea. Check this out.
Control yourself, don't you see?
What you mean, Jack? Look at this here. Black people started the music and the brain surgery back in the year 3 BC.
Yes, of course, Buddha.
Man, they was getting down. This is it, brother.
Yes,
everybody gonna know about this. Listen, we can change the history. Civilization will be changed.
By all means.
Yeah, this is gonna be it.
Get the bulldozers, there's nothing here.
But.
Shut up! Good heavens, time for tea, eh? What?
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is the Mother's House Podcast, and I am Deshaun.
What's going on, y'all? This is Corey in the building. What's peace to the family, peace to my cousin. What's going on?
What is up? What is up?
What's happening? So, USA Today revealed that Nefertiti is white.
Well, they didn't really say white. They just, I don't know if it was USA Today, but they basically revealed what they think Nefertiti looked like, and it was this little
sex doll looking one, a sad sex doll.
It looked like she didn't look black, so
no, she ain't look black at all.
Right, but yeah, basically she looks like how they kind of depict Egyptians all in the movies. So, but yeah, when he unveiled it, I was like, oh shit, the conscious community gonna be mad at this.
I mean, it's about the misrepresentation of black folks or black people or African people. That's, that say that we didn't create the pyramids. They try to hold strong to that narrative. To this day, that's what they're showing. Yeah, black people couldn't create the pyramids. They'll deflect from that to the point where they'll say, aliens created the pyramids, or you know what I'm saying? They'll go so far to try to say black people didn't create the pyramids or melanated people couldn't create the pyramids, to the point where, it's just ridiculous. It becomes like, okay, y'all seriously reaching, So they created this, I guess, recreation of what they think Nefertiti
like a replica.
Look like a replica.
Mm-hmm.
And, and they already did one before, but they made another one, and they wanted to make one that looked like a sex doll, pretty much. If you look at it, to me, it looks like, how these new android dolls or people create. So then they created Nefertiti, and she looked very much like I don't know what she looked like, but she don't look black. And the whole history about Kemet, from what I learned from Dr. John Henry Clark to Dr. Ben Anthony T. Browder, Africa, Egypt is an African country. It's an African nation. You know what I'm saying? It had been invaded by a lot of outsiders. It was strictly black when it first inception. You know what I'm saying? When it was first created.
And it was hot.
Yes. It's not like that Egypt is in a Nordic place.
It's in Africa, the goddamn desert.
Yes.
So they would at least have tans. I mean, damn.
Right. At least a tan. You know what I'm saying? So, granted, we see a lot of what they call them, white Arabs, white Muslims. That's what they call them. live out there now, but that's because over time, that's who has invaded that area. So this woman don't even look like that. The replica that they created don't even look like her. You know what I'm saying? She was like y'all ever seen? I hope y'all haven't seen. I haven't seen it. The new Mummy movie or the new every movie they do about Egypt, it always does not reflect Egypt to what they probably really look like. I think the closest representation on film or anywhere of Egypt of black people was Michael Jackson video.
I was about to say the same thing. The Remember the Times video.
was Remember the Times with what's his name? What's the director name?
Not Brian Allen.
Huh?
Was it Brian Allen? Not Brian. What's his name? I forgot. Because he directed Higher Learning. Yeah, him.
Yeah, John Singleton. Singleton, and he had, I forget the sister that was playing Nefertiti in that video.
Was it Iman?
Nefertiti, I think it was Iman.
It was some.
That's what Nefertiti kind of probably would have looked like.
Mm-hmm.
She would have melanated skin.
So why do you think that these scientists and anthropologists and people are supposed to be so trained? Why do you think they would lie?
Because it dispelled the narrative. It's to keep the narrative. See, this is the thing about white superiority. They got to reaffirm their existence, their power. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the image of Egypt, the people of Egypt, that influenced America, that influenced pretty much every country in the Western world, from Britain to Europe and all these different things. They always go back to Kemet. They always go back to Egypt. But really, they're going back to Africa. Because Egypt is Africa. It's not a separate place from Africa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, to try to do that is also trying to push the narrative that, black people are not, they did not have civilization. We was the final civilization.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's about, these images have very strong meaning, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And John Henry, Dr. Ben says it best. You heard him from in the beginning. Why image and color is such an important thing when we talk about Egypt. Mm-hmm. When you're a little black boy and a black girl, or African boy, African girl, a melanated child, you've been told that you're not smart enough, you're not creative enough, you're not innovative. If you look around in your environment, you feel like that because you don't see black-owned businesses, you don't see black-owned anything, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But for a fact that at the time, black, from listening to, watching your Hidden Colors, to watching Dr. Ben going to Egypt, go on YouTube and listen to Anthony T. Browder break down the going to the temples. They literally go to the temples and show you live on the temple walls the color.
Aren't the people on the temple the people on the temple walls are dark?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, they were black people. The image of they were representing what they're seeing, who they are at the time. So, for them to try to negate that, and even now, to this day, they are, people who are Egyptians now, who've been born and raised in Egyptian now, are recoloring the people to make them look more like them.
Yeah, I can see them doing that.
And it's been historical documents. It's been documented when they destroyed the Sphinx and the nose on the Sphinx. Like, the noses were wide and broad. You know what I mean? You just got to do your research on these things so they won't be pulling the wool over your head like they pulled the wool over this dumbass damn sex doll that they trying to pass at Nefertiti.
That's interesting.
So
do you feel like...
Does it piss me off? No, I kind of expect it. I'm not really surprised. Be quite honest,
right?
But,
So do you feel like institutions and the powers that be are kind of in cahoots and have an agenda to make history look a certain way, basically?
Basically, yes, very much so. Very much so. I remember in college when I first got introduced to that, Egyptians were African. I was in college. It was my, I think my sophomore year. because high school we didn't really learn about Egypt and stuff like that. We kind of my mom once showed me the Dr. Ben video while I was in college my sophomore year, but this after my white professor, Dr. Van Horn. He from Germany or something like that. He was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, because we go to a predominantly black college and he's a white guy teaching there. The Egyptians are black. He was telling us all this and showing us images, this and that. And he was going through it. And then my mom put me on Dr. Ben Clark my sophomore year, and then from then I started looking at Anthony Brothers and everybody else. Right. And fame to work in my mind, like, yo.
Oh, when I was young, I thought everybody in Africa was black.
Me too. Me personally thought so too.
I was just like,
I didn't think of Egypt like that. Like, I didn't think people wasn't black in Egypt. I just never thought about Egypt like that.
I mean, when I did think about Egypt, I thought about black people because I figured Egypt's in Africa, so black.
Exactly. Me too. So when he said it was like, oh, this white man put me on game. It was like, oh, I kind of knew that. I mean, it's Africa, ain't it? Right. Well, how they will try to describe it. Egypt is actually Asia. It's not really Africa, or it's actually part of the sub-Saharan desert.
The Mediterranean, some shit. Mm.
They try to do all these different things.
The Middle East.
The Middle Eastern, Mm-hmm. So it's all about trying to framework the narrative, the history, to try to write black people's accomplishments off. You know what I'm saying? Black people's, because Egyptian birth medicine, Imhotep birth medicine. To say that Nefertiti, the Queen Nefertiti, was a white woman is saying a lot.
But was she just light skinned though, or was she like clearly white?
That thing looked white. I don't even think that thing looked light skinned. It didn't look white.
Her nose was kind of broad.
Well, it was kind of broad, but it was like that thing. I don't think Nefertiti looked like Beyonce. And that thing didn't look like no damn Beyonce, but I'm just saying. It didn't even, I don't think that thing was just light. I don't think Nefertiti was a light skinned African like that. If she had a little fairer skin than most African babies, I don't know, I would have lived there.
Honey, no one alive was.
Exactly. So for them to come up with a perspective, this is what she would look like. This how her skin would be. We tested the melanation in her bones, like.
And that's crazy how they can
Did you really
pull up a fossil or some like century-old bones, and then bring back to life a person, not in real life, but like bring their face, a replica of them that detailed. That's just crazy that they can do that, period. Whether they doing it, trying to be accurate or trying to tell a different story. The fact that they can do that is mind-boggling to me.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you feel about it when you saw them do it? Did you feel a certain way? Do you feel like they're flipping the narrative, flipping the story? Do you feel like, it's just another media tactic, or do you feel like, it's probably what they really think it is?
I thought it was funny. Oh shit. But as far as I don't put it past them, because they do that. History has been rewritten so many times, and it's been moved all over the place because they don't want you to know certain stuff. They hide certain stuff. They redo a lot of stuff. Because history is a story, and you're basically telling the story of everyone's origin in some way, shape, or form. So I definitely, because they've done it before, so it's not surprising at all. Not at all.
Mm-hmm. And it's the thing about Kemet, about Nefertiti and the people of that region. They started from Egypt. It wasn't even called Egypt. It was called Kemet. Before it was called Kemet, it was called Nubia. Before it was called Nubia, it was called something else. People were there. You know what I'm saying? Just like there were people here in Americas. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Because the pyramids over here, I think, predate the ones over there.
Some of them do, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Africans and melanated people were traveling across the Atlantic Ocean before Columbus. You know what I mean? So, it's a lot of history. Like, you can look at, what's the man that wrote the book, before Columbus. We were here before Columbus. I forgot the man's name, but look at that book. Read that book. You know, there's so many different documents that you can find that can tell you the truth, that will give you more perspective, more nuances, and more complexities about what was really going on at those times. And some of them from white authors who just was speaking from the front what they were seeing. Some of them didn't have no goal of saying, we're going to rewrite history. We're just going to say what we saw.
They did that most of the time. Shit.
Yeah, back in the day. So, you know, I just think that it's interesting, it's funny, and I'm interested to see how the pill's going to attack it.
I just want to see how everybody's going to react. That's all I want to see.
That's the interesting thing. I want to see how people are really going to react to it, and if it's going to make people want to go check out those old videos from it. If it's going to bring Nefertiti back up to be like, oh, I got to dispute this now. Damn, right. I'm over here working, bringing kids to see Egypt, and now I got to stop what I'm doing over here to come address these stupid white folks. You know, but definitely check out Anthony T. Browder, Dr. Ben, a lot of different African American and African researchers that have been doing so much work over there in Egypt to bring the truth, to bring the knowledge about Kemet and the civilization. I heard somewhere that a lot of Congolese, like a lot of people from the Congos, are the original people of Kemet, because they traveled from Congo to there. You know what I'm saying? They was like running that whole area. You know, so I don't know how true that is neither. There's so many different theories out there.
Yeah, and that's the thing about history too. A lot of it is just theories, because people just kind of have different theories too. Because a lot of times they're not really trying to, you know, tell their own story. Some historians just kind of don't agree on stuff. Like, no, it happened this way. No, it happened this way. So it's a lot of that too.
But a lot of white historians will always say the Egyptians were white, Jesus was white, this was white. You know what I'm saying? Moors never really civilized Europe, you know what I'm saying? All these different things. But the thing is, the interesting thing about this whole thing, white people, and this is the thing, even the white person, every white person, this is the thing what black people facing with, or melanated people facing with. So whatever you want to classify us, you know, we tend to get lost in the sauce when it comes to not just history, but in politics and economics and groupthink. You know what I'm saying? We get lost because we not focused, and where white people are focused, they want it more. You know what I'm saying? They fighting their survival to the point where it was your fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, they will go out to blatantly lie with black folks. Like, we will fight over the truth and say, the truth is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie. We fight over ideology instead of coming together and trying to find the truth. You know. So it's very interesting from that perspective. But yo, let us know how y'all feel about this image. We got the image on throughout the whole damn podcast, so y'all can see what we're talking about. What do y'all know about it, about Nefertiti? Hit us up on game, because we still learn. You know what I'm saying? We don't know nothing as to the point when we give you details. Nefertiti was, you know, the queen of this and this and the region, and this is what the people were. You know what I'm saying? We're just going based off of what we learned from the teachers we had. Right. You know.
Do you think, real quick, do you think white people are as like the everyday white person? Because me and you are kind of like the everyday black people. Do you think the everyday white person would be bothered by this, like the everyday black person is?
No, I think they don't really care.
Or, because it's a picture of Abraham Lincoln being black.
I don't think that bothered them neither.
They don't care about nothing. See, when you win it, you just be living your life. Like,
yeah, you just live your life and don't be caring.
I'm privileged.
I'm privileged. I don't give a shit. Like, now, if it was somebody that you call somebody else, like Thomas Jefferson's a racist, they'd get upset over something like that. Right. Even Abraham Lincoln is a racist, they get upset, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, those kind of things, or
I don't think they get upset at that either.
But they do. They go crazy on Twitter.
I don't think so, because
but to the point that every day, like the white guy at your job, you tell them this information, you can be like, oh, that's interesting, and keep on doing his work. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like at this point, the average person knows that most of those old presidents were racist.
Right. average person should know. But I don't think that's the fact, because that's what not been taught in history. That's not what being taught in history classes. We know it because, you know, a lot of black people know it who are becoming more aware and more awakened because they going to look up information.
I mean, but it can't be surprising. It's like they had slaves.
They're pissed off that they're pissed off that they got the History Channel doing Hannibal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the actual African king that rode on the elephant, Hannibal.
Mm-hmm.
And they depict him as a black man, as they should, because he was a black man. He was African. You know, white people going crazy over that. So yeah, they probably be mad about it. The average white person will get mad over it. They mad at damn Black Panther. So yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna say this is what I think. I think there's always a certain part of a demographic that be mad at stuff. Cause hell, you think really and truly it may be some black people who might not be mad at this. They probably just be like, oh, okay. No, just be honest. But it's always a certain part of the.
Well, I think those who are like, whatever, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not mad at it because I kind of see it coming and I know what it is. You know what I mean? But somebody who really lived this, who really studied, who really into it, yeah, they gonna get mad about it. And then you got the people, the segment of group, because people are diverse in thinking and ideology and everything. And you got some black people who be like, well, yeah, she really look like that. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get motherfuckers all over the place with it. So it's that's just human nature, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to new information and information growing and information evolving and evolving.
Right.
You know, that's just how life is transmuted to us in this dimension. You know what I mean? So I just look at it like that.
Right.
But y'all let us know in the comment section. Let's build there. Like, comment, subscribe. Nefertiti was black. Fuck what they say. But we can keep it from there. It's just an open dialogue. Let's have dialogue in the comment section. Peace to the family. One love.
I will not raise my daughter differently than my mother raised me. The rearing I got from my mother, words cannot express. I could live in any time, I could live in any country, I could live on any planet, and I would be fine.
What was the key? What did your mother know? What truth was coming through your mother that's going to come through you to your daughter?
My mother gave us aphorisms to learn as children. And the one that there are two that stand out foremost in my mind. One is, the inner reality creates the outer form. I learned this when I was in grade school. I was very young. And the other is, the universe bears no ill to me. I bear no ill to it.